In the vast tapestry of cinematic experiences, there exists a genre that weaves together the fabric of horror storytelling in a mesmerizing and captivating manner. Horror anthology movies. These cinematic marvels are like mini-movies within a movie, each segment offering a unique glimpse into the twisted corridors of the human psyche. As a devout fan of the horror genre, I find myself continually drawn to the allure of the anthology film, where interconnected stories seamlessly converge to create a chilling mosaic of terror. Anthology films have been a staple of horror cinema for decades, captivating audiences with their ability to deliver a diverse array of narratives in a single cinematic package. What sets horror anthology movies apart from their traditional narrative structure is their ability to explore a wide range of themes, styles, and subgenres within a single film. One of the most intriguing aspects of a horror anthology movie is the way in which individual stories are interconnected, creating a cohesive narrative that transcends the boundary of traditional storytelling. But perhaps the true power of horror anthology movies lies in their ability to harness the essence of short horror fiction and translate it onto the screen. Like the literary anthologies of yore, these films offer a platform for emerging filmmakers to showcase their talents and explore the depths of the human condition in bite-sized doses, from tales of supernatural terror to psychological thrillers dripping with atmosphere. Each segment serves as a testament to the allure of the short horror story. As a devotee of the horror genre, I find myself continually drawn to the enigmatic allure of anthology movies, where interconnected stories converge to create a chilling mosaic of terror. These films have left an indelible mark on the landscape of horror cinema, inspiring generations of filmmakers to explore the darkest corners of the human psyche. In an age where attention spans are fleeting and audiences crave instant gratification, horror anthology movies stand as a testament to the enduring power of short-form storytelling and the boundless creativity of the human imagination. So the next time you find yourself craving a cinematic thrill, why not take a journey into the twisted corridors of the world of horror anthology movies? You never know what dark delights await you in the shadows. What's up, horror freaks? Welcome back to the Emporium of Dread. I'm your undead horror guide, Bony Stiff. Hope everybody's having a great week out there in Nightmare Land. This week I'm diving deep into the Emporium's vault and giving you 5 essential horror anthology films that I, Bony Stiff, deem must-watches for any horror fan. From a troll-fighting feline to a homicidal school principal, these 5 flicks are sure to have you squirming in your seats and sleeping with the lights on. So without further ado, here are 5 essential horror anthology films you must see. Cat's Eye weaves 3 twisted tales interconnected by a wandering cat in search of a little girl who's in need of the feline's help. With a cast that includes James Woods and a young Drew Barrymore, and a screenplay written by master of horror Stephen King, the film delivers a great mix of humor and frights. Fans familiar with King's literary work will most likely recognize 2 of the film's 3 tales as adaptations from King's short story collection Night Shift. The first of the 3 stories, titled Quitters Inc., spins the tale of Dick Morrison, played by James Woods, who seeks out a company that specializes in helping its clients quit smoking. But little does Woods know, their methods are a little more on the extreme side, if not downright illegal. Then moving on to the next tale, The Ledge, which, like the latter, are both adaptations of King's work. In this one we see Johnny Norris, played by Robert Hayes, who tries to skip town with another man's wife, and bites off more than he can chew when his lover's hubby finds out about their little fleeing and blackmails Johnny with a threat of prison time.
Aging tennis pros with drug records. You will be eagerly sought after, Mr. Norris.
His lover's husband, Kressner, makes a little wager with Johnny that if he can walk around the ledge of his high-rise apartment, he can have his wife and he'll skip out on blackmailing him and trying to put him in prison. This is a tale sure to give a week's worth of nightmares to anyone with a fear of heights. In the film's final story, titled General, we see our cat make its way to a young girl named Amanda, played by Drew Barrymore, who's been terrified by a troll who lives in the wall of her bedroom. After her parents fail to believe her, it's up to her newly adopted stray cat, given the name General, to save Amanda from the breath-stealing troll. In 2007, filmmaker Michael Daugherty crafted a captivating tale weaving together a stellar cast. Set against the backdrop of Halloween night, the film follows the intersecting paths of various characters, At its heart lies Sam, a mysterious trick-or-treater, clad in his iconic footy pajama costume, seemingly enforcing the unwritten rules of Halloween. Trick or Treat takes Halloween horror to a whole new level with its intricate, interconnected narrative and chilling tales that unfold in the fictional town of Warren Valley. The film opens with Emma and Henry who return home after Halloween festivities, but Emma's disdain for the holiday leads to her gruesome demise. Setting the stage for the film's macabre events that follow. And the principal, Stephen Wilkins, a seemingly mild-mannered school principal, reveals his sinister nature as he enforces the rules of Halloween in the most deadly way possible.
Because this is the one night that the dead and all sorts of other things roam free and pay us a visit.
Teaching a young troublemaker a lesson he won't forget. The Halloween school bus massacre sees a group of teenagers unwittingly awaken the vengeful spirits of children who met a tragic end in an urban legend come to life, paying the ultimate price for their disrespect of the dead. In Surprise Party, Laurie and her friends find themselves in a terrifying encounter with a vampire, only to discover that the true monster lurks within themselves as they transform into werewolves and exact bloody revenge. In the story titled Sam, the mysterious trick-or-treater embodies the spirit of Halloween, ensuring that those who break the rules face dire consequences, as Mr. Krieg, played by Brian Cox, learns in a terrifying showdown. The film wraps up as Halloween night draws to a close. The characters face the consequences of their actions, with some meeting a gruesome fate at the hands of the vengeful spirits, while others are left to ponder the true meaning of the holiday. With its clever interwoven stories, shocking twists, and unforgettable imagery, Trick or Treat is a modern horror classic that believes you checking your candy twice and looking over your shoulder on Halloween night. So remember the rules of Halloween, or you may just find yourself at the mercy of Sam's razor-sharp lollipop.
Trick or treat.
Long before HBO brought the classic comic book series to life, British movie studio Amicus, known for its many horror anthologies, brought the comic to life on the big screen. Directed by the talented Freddie Francis, the film sees 5 strangers stumble into a catacomb where they encounter a mysterious crypt keeper who details how each of them will die. The film plays out through 5 stories that each surround one of the strangers. All of the film's stories are adaptations from the pages of the EC Comics classic. And all through the house we meet Joan Clayton, a glamorous woman who commits a heinous crime on Christmas Eve. However, her plans take a terrifying turn when a homicidal maniac dressed as Santa Claus arrives at her doorstep.
He's here, Mummy! I let him in! It's Santa!
The tale Reflection of Death follows the story of Carl Maitland, who survives a deadly car accident only to discover that he's become a horrifying specter of his former self.
And Carl was killed. 2 years ago.
Trapped in a nightmare, Carl struggles to comprehend the terrifying reality of the situation. In Poetic Justice, it tells the story of James Elliot, a spiteful man who orchestrates the downfall of his elderly neighbor, played by Peter Cushing, only to face a gruesome reckoning when the vengeful spirit returns from beyond the grave. In Wish You Were Here, we witness the tragic consequences of greed as businessman Ralph Jason's wishes for wealth and immortality backfire in the most horrific way imaginable.
Do you know the story of the monkey's paw? I wished Ralph were alive now. I wished him alive again forever.
But don't you realize he's been embalmed?
Finally, Blind's Alley follows Major William Rogers, whose cruelty towards the residents of a home for the blind leads to a chilling confrontation with his own mortality. As the final tale unfolds, the Crypt Keeper reveals a shocking twist. The strangers have already met their gruesome fates, and now they must face the consequences of their actions in the afterlife. With its chilling atmosphere, gripping storytelling, and unforgettable twists, Tales from the Crypt is a classic horror film that will haunt your dreams long after the credits roll. So dare to venture into the darkness and experience the terror that awaits you in the crypt.
Who's next? Perhaps you?
Next up, we're diving into the world of Twilight Zone the movie.
You want to see something really scary?
A cinematic gem that pays homage to Rod Serling's legendary television series. Produced by none other than Steven Spielberg and John Landis, this 1983 anthology film packs a punch with 4 captivating stories, each helmed by a different director, including Landis and Spielberg himself, along with Joe Dante and George Miller. But let's get into the meat of it. In Landis' segment, Time Out, we follow the journey of Bill Connor, a bigot who gets a harsh lesson in empathy and karma as he's transported through time and confronted with the consequences of his prejudice. In Spielberg's contribution, a remake of Kick the Can brings us Mr. Bloom and his magical game that turns the residents of Sunnyvale Retirement Home into kids again. It's a heartwarming tale about the rejuvenating power of youth. Then Joe Dante takes us into the eerie world of It's a Good Life, where a school teacher named Helen Foley discovers the dark secrets of a young boy named Anthony and his twisted family.
I wish it away. I wish it all away.
And at last, but not least, George Miller's segment, a remake of The Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, follows John Valentine's terrifying encounter with a gremlin on the wing of a plane during a turbulent flight. Each segment offers a unique blend of thrills, chills, and thought-provoking themes that will leave you on the edge of your seat. So buckle up, because Twilight Zone the movie is a wild ride you won't want to miss.
Want to see something really scary?
And finally on our list, we have Creepshow, a 1982 American horror anthology film that's guaranteed to give you goosebumps. Directed by George A. Romero and written by the master of horror himself, Stephen King, this film marks King's screenwriting debut and is an absolute treat for fans of the genre. Creepshow is packed with another stellar cast. We've got Hal Holbrook, Adrienne Barbeau, Leslie Nielsen, Ted Danson, Ed Harris, and of course Stephen King himself making appearances. With such talent on board, you know you're in for a wild ride. Creepshow consists of 5 bone-chilling short stories, each with its own unique twist. From vengeful zombies to alien plants, and everything in between, this film has it all. In Father's Day, we witness a gruesome family reunion with a reanimated corpse seeking revenge.
Father's Day. And I got my cake.
Then, in the lonesome death of Jody Verrill, we witness the hilarious misadventures of a backwoods yokel who encounters a mysterious meteorite with a disastrous consequence.
Station at Portland calls for moderating temperatures and lots of rain. Castle County is going to turn green so fast in the next month that it's going to be almost miraculous.
The tale, Something to Tide You Over, takes us to a secluded beach house where a millionaire exacts a cruel and deadly revenge on his cheating wife and her lover. And let me tell you, the twist in this one will leave you speechless. Next up, we have The Crate, where a janitor makes a chilling discovery under a university staircase, unleashing a bloodthirsty creature that spells doom for anyone in its path.
And I swear to God, if you ever touch
And finally, in They're Creeping Up on You, we meet a misophobic businessman whose worst nightmare comes true when his apartment is overrun by a relentless swarm of cockroaches. Trust me, this segment will make your skin crawl with its homage to the classic EC horror comics and Tom Savini's masterful special effects. Creepshow delivers scares, laughs, and thrills in equal measure, so grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and prepare to be terrified by this unforgettable horror anthology.
My kids love these things.
I love them too. Hey, look! You can send away for all this stuff here. Look! X-ray glasses.
There you have it. 5 great horror anthology films sure to bring chills down your spine. Alright, horror freaks, that does it for this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is there a horror anthology film out there that you deem a must-watch? Let me know all about it in the comments. And until next time, stay stiff.